Hello readers, welcome back to Keep Reading, your channel for great book recommendations. It's been 12 weeks of lockdown in the UK now, so I thought that I'd share a video with you of all of the books that I've recommended over the last 12 weeks in the style of a chart countdown. All of the books in the countdown have their own video on the channel, so go to the link above and select a video for a more in-depth review. Also, you can subscribe at any time by clicking the logo in the bottom right of the screen, or you can look at the link that's in the description below the video. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you like the video. So without further ado, in at number 13 is Steal Like an Artist by Kleon. This is a great little book for anyone who wants to unlock their creativity, which should be all of us, whichever walk of life we come from. And in at number 12 is Blink by Malcolm Gladwell. This is a great book. It's all about the power of thinking without thinking, and it's about those moments when we know something but we don't know why. Gladwell says, trust your instincts and make spontaneous decisions, as they're often better than carefully considered ones. And so in at number 11 is The Book Thief by Markus Zusak. This is a brilliant, ambitious book set in 1939 Nazi Germany. And it tells us the inspiring but often harrowing story of Liesel, a 9-year-old girl fostered by a German couple when her parents are sent to a concentration camp. This is an uplifting book and celebrates the power of words and their ability to do good in the world. So in at number 10 we have A Possible Life by Sebastian Faulks. This is a beautiful book, and it's a collection of 5 short stories that might seem disjointed at first, but you soon realise that the stories are entwined, and the author describes this book as the chance to feel your heartbeat in someone else's life. It's a bit like a good album. You might have a favourite track, but it's clear that the album was conceived as an entity. This beautiful book, it poses a number of questions about the human condition. In at number 9 is The Subtle Art of Not Giving a... you can see that. It's by Mark Manson, and it's a controversial book, but it's what he calls a counterintuitive approach to living a good life. The author is sort of unflinchingly honest about today's culture being obsessively focused on unrealistic positive expectations of themselves. It has a ruthless humour and can guide you to care about the things that matter most. And in at number 8 is Sapiens by Yuval Noah Harari. It's an interesting and provocative book, and the author says it's a brief history of humankind. It's an account of our extraordinary history from insignificant apes to rulers of the world. This is a must read, and the author has followed this up with 2 other great books called Homo Deus and 21 Lessons for the 21st Century. And in at number 7 is 1,000 Splendid Suns by Khaled Hosseini. This is a gorgeous book. It's beautifully written and deeply moving, and it tells the desperate and heartbreaking struggle of 2 women during Afghanistan's turbulent 30-year transition from Soviet rule to brutal Taliban control. The book demonstrates how love gives people the strength to perform devastating and heroic acts of self-sacrifice. And in at number 6 is Atomic Habits by James Clear. This is a great book, and it's all about building good habits and breaking bad ones. He says tiny changes have remarkable results, and it's all about the compound effects of lots of small changes that can have a significant and positive impact on your life. And in at number 5 is The Water Dancer by Ta-Nehisi Coates. This is a tale of slavery in pre-Civil War Virginia and tells the remarkable story of Hiram Walker, who was born into slavery but has a mysterious gift. This is one of the best novels that I've read for a while. Definitely give this one a go. And in at number 4 is Any Human Heart by William Boyd. This is a fascinating story of Logan Mount Stewart, who lived through every decade of the 20th century. He lived life to the full, and he met some very interesting characters along the way. I read this maybe 15 years ago, and I still think of it often, and that must be the sign of a truly great book. And in at number 3 is The Plague by absurdist philosopher Albert Camus. This book won the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1957 and tells the story of a virus that takes over the town of Oran on the Algerian coast. This is a very, very interesting book, and it mirrored some of the things that we've probably all seen over the last 3 months. And in at number 2 is Cosmos by Carl Sagan. This is an extraordinary book. It was published in 1981, and it's the story of cosmic evolution, science and civilization. Sagan takes you on a journey from our own tiny, fragile ball of rock to the limits of the observable universe. Sagan explains difficult scientific ideas with ease, making them both graspable and exciting. And in at number 1, top of the pops, is Meditations by Markus Aurelius. This was written by the only Roman emperor who was also a philosopher. He was known as one of the Stoics, and he taught that virtue is the only good. The Stoic practices in this book to manage stress are, I think, as relevant today as they were when Marcus Aurelius wrote them nearly 2,000 years ago. You simply can't read this book without coming away with a phrase or a line that will be helpful to you next time you're in a difficult situation. So that's the 12-week lockdown book countdown done. Hope you enjoyed it. Hit the thumbs up if you did. You can click on the Keep Reading logo at the end screen to subscribe to the channel. If you do, hit the bell to turn on the notifications. I'll catch up with you soon with another great book recommendation. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, stay positive, and keep reading.